Welcome everyone, and welcome to our Summer Powermon Festival. In about a few months, we will begin casting for our third season of Powermon, but before that, we'll be bringing you a sneak peek of what this format looks like. In this tournament, our players have gone through a heated auction to decide their monotypes, and from there, they were tasked with building a mono roster with their remaining budget. A big thank you goes out to our staff, LPT, Boniour, Jilii, and as always, Yuta, for joining me in giving a recap and our thoughts on all the matchups and rosters participating. We hope you enjoy, and we can't wait to see how this season plays out.
Okay, Bon, what do you think about Remuu's bug team? Might be the team of all time. Not even self-glaze. This might be the team of all time.
Remuu's
No, I
bug
mean-
team?
This is definitely self-glazed Jilii, but I think it's very good.
This might be the team of all time. Name one bad, taking mono bug into consideration, name one bad thing about the team.
It's monobug.
I take that as an absolute win.
It doesn't have
Oh,
Glycopod.
wow.
It doesn't.
Yeah, Loki Glycopod gets ran over by Araquanid, so I take that as a win too.
Yeah, I know. We've had that. We've had that chat,
Yeah.
but Glycopod is just better in my heart.
In your heart. Yeah, I
Yes.
don't know. I think it's fine. The Volbeat pick is Volbeat. Just realistically, there's like 7 Pokemon.
So we got the.
I would say
Hmm?
lack of spinner, because Scoliped's kind of ass
Yeah.
as a spinner.
And like
Yeah.
your defogger is Scizor and Cleavor, which you don't necessarily want to be bringing.
You don't want
defog on.
defog, of course.
Definitely not
Yeah.
on Scissor there.
So either you bring Scolipede or you have a subpar defogger. So
Bring the boots.
Yeah, which for monobug it's essential to have removal, and
Mhm.
doesn't look very good removal wise. But then again, half of these mons are neutral to rock, and the other half are gonna run boots anyways. So
yeah, you're just a little weak against Nox spam sometimes.
knock spam is actually not too bad, considering knock is gonna probably be ran on a physical mon, of course, and like Scizor comes in, gets that U-turn, especially if the knock is stabbed. So I
Yeah.
actually don't think knock is too bad.
I mean,
I
it
just don't like
is
the fact
not.
that
It is
it doesn't have
Nadex
Fortress.
distribution, so kind of everything has
True.
knock, but yeah.
True, a lot of things do have knock.
So we got
Well,
the most
too
of the
bad.
teams here have quite a few boosts, but if we look at Remek, he's only got about 8 of them. Yeah, about 8 boosts.
Yup.
Remek.
He's a heavy
yeah,
team.
water is a cracked type without any boost.
How much did he get water for? Was it 390? If you click on the money.
215.
Never mind, 215. Yeah, no. Remek,
Damn.
I'm sorry. Sorry, bud. You had so much potential, but this is my least favorite team.
Hey, I don't know. That Azumarill can sweep if he gets set up.
Really?
Zumor got frozen. Zumor got frozen and got wiped. I'm sorry.
Did it?
No, but but that's
Week 1, it's crazy.
the team is not to blame. That is hacks.
I don't know if hacks.
When you
The
deal with
one
Frozen,
The one freeze dry switching is Empoleon.
I would say
So I
we
don't
might
know.
have made that like Swampert maybe into a Sharpedo, just because Sharpedo is just busted. Probably gonna talk about that
Okay.
later.
But the problem,
Sharpedo is 80 more.
yeah, the problem is that you'd have to find 80 points. To be fair,
Oh yeah, you'd have to
I
get
don't-
rid of something.
You just get rid
I
of
don't-
Jellison. Can we get rid of Jellison?
no, I don't
Where's
think you need like Greninja. But yeah.
I mean, Jellison's what? Spin blocker? I assume that's why he picked it up.
Johnson is
for
a spin
Granny.
blocker and just a good defensive typing, but yeah.
Persian
Fun on
Greninja
rain,
is
though.
fine though. You get rid of your
Gran is fun.
type. It's kind of fun.
Also, Jellicent is a water spout user, so that's fun.
I do think it's a strong team.
If he pulls off this Scarf Water Spout, I think he deserves to move on to playoffs.
I did think like not counting the game that has already happened. That like the 2 types that were gonna make it out were Bug and Water in this group.
Yeah, Water's not making it out.
Yeah,
I think
water
Normal's
is...
gonna... Actually, Normal can't make it out, I don't think.
Normal...
Yeah, man,
I feel like
Normal can't make it out.
I feel like being normal, having
'Cause
the
of-
water and ice on the same group is kind of rough, with Ursaluna being as big as it is.
Yeah.
I think you just don't bring Ursa.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need to bring Ursa.
The problem is that it's a 190 point sink.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always run Trick Room Farigger after. And Ursa, and then you just have 5 turns of Trick Room, and then you're like, fuck. To be fair, what tank's like a plus, not even plus, like, what tank's a goods boost to Facade here? Not, like, Empoleon gets folded.
Jellicent.
Swamp.
I will say out of
Swampert.
the two normal
Jellicent
types,
might get folded as well.
out of the two
By
teams that are
Facade?
normal types, I do prefer
By
the other one.
Headlong Breath.
But yeah.
I mean, he's got
Like, this
most
one
of
is
what
not
you
so
want to
bad.
see. Yeah, he's got most of what you want to see.
It
Blood
does have
Moon
like
on-
weird speed tiers, I think. Weird speed tiers.
Yeah. Mostly
Frankie
slower.
or who? Normal? What?
Yeah, FrankyIrony.
Normally.
Yeah, the fastest
he?
one is Zorak is due at 110, and then I think it jumps to Terrapagos.
Yeah, he's
At
mostly
95,
slow
I think.
team.
95. And then it jumps to like fucking not Farigger, jumps to Smeargle at 75. No, it jumps to Squawkabilly at 91, I think.
Up
Okay,
close,
so
its
then
extreme speed is
Grafai?
really strong. It's just a shame that you don't have Terra to like make it even.
Yeah, so it jumps to Terrapagos at
Tough Claws is
85
better than
again,
Terra.
and then Smeargle at 75.
Smeargle at 75. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, Tough Claws is better than Terra, by the way. So I don't know why you'd get Terra.
Yeah.
I will say I thought the Ice team would be the worst one, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but Chimpao's really funny. Chimpao's just
Senpao
is
just
really
like
strong.
to me.
Senpao clicks so many buttons, and then you have the secondary threat of Good Arm with Zen mode, which
And
is
and Iron Bundle.
I honestly think you can just bring everything, and then like get rid of the Dugong, get rid of the Titan, and bring H.O. every week, and you'd honestly have a solid record.
Yeah, we're gonna see much of the same with this team, I think.
That'd be funny.
Because
I don't
it
think that
pretty much
works.
works with everything.
It's a pretty exciting group.
Let's say Ice into what normal. Let's see the matchup.
I think
Ice
Bug
Man.
should win again against Ice. So I think Bug should be like first place in this group.
I don't know. Bug versus Ice.
Yeah.
Maybe Veil might be a bit iffy.
I think
Well,
think
you have
what's
Wolf,
making it-
Slither, and Slitherwing.
I fully believe in Bug. I think what's making out of this pool is Bug and Normal.
Oh,
I don't know. Normal's on a 0-1,
Hmm.
so maybe
0-1
Normal
versus
has to
Bug.
win against Ice.
Ice
make
and
it out.
water.
To guarantee make it out. Normal has to win against
I'm
Ice.
gonna
I think.
stay on Bug and Water, I think.
No,
Yeah,
Normal has to win against Ice. Yeah.
I am thinking
Guaranteed
Bug
make
and
it out, I
water
think.
at this moment, and myself as well.
Yeah, Bug and Water as well.
What do you two think?
I'm going Bug and Normal.
Bug and
I don't
normal?
know.
I like Bug and Ice because
Bug and Ice.
Chimpao, honestly.
Okay. So
Looks like
Remu, if
it's gonna
you
fry
find
Normal.
if you find a way not to make playoffs, you're gonna prove us all wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's move on to Dawn Wings. We've got Daredevilmason as fighting,
Alazen might go.
Alazen as grass, GlitchyMix as poison, and Milklv as dark. Right?
Putting
dark.
here right now. Alazen's gonna get a 3-0.
3-0 Alazen?
I don't care. I don't care.
Well,
Okay.
what?
I'm making sure. I don't care that he's against poison. I will make sure he's 3-0.
I was gonna say, as long as he
Is he
can
here?
take
Did he jump in?
poison,
No, it's
I
LPT.
think he could take it.
Oh,
But
don't sound too disappointed.
welcome in LPT.
I thought it was Alazen. Sorry. No offense, but
Okay, so starting with the fighting type team, what's our thoughts?
Too much invested into Lucaria.
Yeah,
That's my first
That
one.
is the first immediate.
that's not even too. That's like 180. It's still less than the Valiant.
True.
The two fighting type teams are really invested into Lucario. Like,
I
did
don't
not
know.
like very much.
I don't like the Lucario.
I don't like either. I don't like it either.
Yeah. I gotta say, Breloom with U-turn is very hype.
That's solid.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
nerf U-turn to 60 power?
Yeah, no, that's solid for him.
Yeah, you should
Like-
give it flip turn.
Should have given us that turn exactly.
Having the Terras for steel and electric outside of type.
I think when Daredevil was making his team, he told me something about Urshifu, and I thought he meant Urshifu single.
No, he has
did say-
Urshifu Rapid.
But
yeah, he said
went for
Wicked.
Rapid.
In DMs, he was talking about, I want to use Wicked. Decided to switch to Rapid for, like, apparently zero reason. So now the Ghost
mean,
matchup is
yeah.
absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
having
it makes
single would have made your fairy
psychic
matchup even
matchup,
worse.
like real bad.
The Ghost
don't think the
matchup is worse. Sadly, he's
No, the
against
psychic.
Grass.
No, the psychic is worse.
so-
I think the psychic matchup is unwinnable,
Well-
unless if he brings like boosters, Ice Spin or Tusk or something.
Well, he got lucky to not
Toxapex
have
is
to.
a nightmare now.
Yeah, Toxapex. That's crazy to deal with for him.
Hex?
Yeah,
Someone say Hex?
no,
Pex.
Pex.
Yeah.
Packs.
Oh,
Yeah, Toxapex.
Great Tusk will cook. I have great. I have expectations for what's it called? Bulk Up, Stub, Great Tusk. That will cook versus Mono Poison. I have great expectations.
To be fair, I think this team has very good individual mons. I just think they're not on par with boosted mons.
Mm-hmm.
I also
just
think
feel
the
like-
fact there's two special attackers.
That's
Yeah.
all- That's all you have for fighting. Really.
I
I feel like
understand it.
Any fighting team
I
would
like Kelby.
become this.
That's how my
True.
steel team is. I have like one.
Yeah, it might be Jove.
Same with my ground. There's like literally only one special attacking ground
Yeah.
type in existence.
Yeah, but at least your special attacking attacker is the special attacking ground of all time.
Right.
Lando
True,
I is
yeah.
gonna blow shit up.
But like
Alright.
Valiant's good.
Valiant-
has 120. That has less special attack than attack.
Yeah,
That's
let's
still
look
really
at.
good.
Let's move on to
Yep.
Alazen.
Yep. Moving on to Alazen on his grass team, which that Blossom. Oh my God.
Oh, funny.
I
I believe.
truly did not believe in the Blossom.
The key very simple blossom cooks.
I
Did,
think we talked
absolutely.
about that a little. I wish the Venusaur was Mega, but
I don't know.
that didn't happen.
sure
I'm not
about
sure Grassy Surge Shaman is gonna do much.
It's interesting both grass teams went for that when like Rillaboom exists.
Shaman's
not just
cheaper, that's what
Shaman,
they
it's-
went for.
Shaman's
Right.
cheaper, but
Yeah,
also
yeah.
but
One-
Rillaboom, like
decent.
one
Rillaboom with grassy
cheaper,
fights, so
One cheaper and two bulkier. I think that's what they went
Yeah.
for.
Just to survive.
Me and Alazen
Yeah.
were talking DMs about it, and we're like,
Mm,
Shaman's a good budget pick. Because like you're struggling with
Yeah.
budget already.
yeah.
And
I mean,
who
seeing the
dashes
money
in
that
the
went
dock?
into the
Put the dashes
Cortana.
back. Put the dashes back in the dock. Who's messing with my dock?
Cut grass for 210.
The money that went into the Cortana must have been like really hard to. Like how do you do the rest of the team?
Oh, we
Yeah,
switched for
that's
somewhere.
true. That Cortana's
Ogre. And then we
Like,
It's
the-
crack.
The Cortana did cost 290, which is a lot.
I mean,
like,
Oh my
when
God.
you get
quarter
your
of the budget,
when you got your
it's
type
worth it though.
when you got your type for 210, that's not bad.
Yeah, like when you got your type for 210, when you got your type for 210, you can splurge a little bit.
I don't know. I think what we said was we really regretted the Electrode growth and photosynthesis because we got rid of the Sunflora. There was gonna be a Sunflora. Now
Sure,
it's gonna
some core, I
sweep.
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
It
lack of
turns out
sun
that-
is a bit sad.
This
Sunflower
team
is
is just crying
shit.
out for some.
things. Sunflower is dog shit.
It is, but
Yeah.
so
I
much
do
of this
really like
team
the Agapon.
has been
Like,
like this team with
Yeah, I
Drought
mean,
would be so much better, even if you're kind of sacrificing one of your mons and having it be like kind of mid with the Sunflora.
yeah, with Drought, it really goes in because Venu, Electrode History, Heartflame, and Sun is a problem.
Yeah,
Is there
Heartflame
anything
is
that's
Whimsicott
the
just-
game.
Whimsicott's just gonna have to prankster Sunny Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure I agree with getting Fluffy, because like you always want to be Prankster.
I feel like prankster is the best choice most matchups.
You know, you're
No,
buying the option, not just using it. You're also buying the option of using it.
I guess it's a
Okay.
solid option, but I think there was better use of 30 points. I don't know.
Fair enough. And it's not growth and
So-
photosynthesis.
Like Rillaboom instead of Shaman. Would be,
Like Drought, Sunflora, I believe, did do 40 points. But I could be wrong.
Drought Sunflower. Drought Sunflower was what? 35, I think.
Oh, that's
I think it was
tough.
15, 20.
So, I
We're
think
thinking
that's a
about
good-
what's it called? Tangrowth as well. With
well, you could
sticky
have
web.
got
Yeah.
rid of. You could have got rid of Transistor, because buying
I
two
don't think
abilities
we
is a
would've-
bit odd.
You know, we would have gotten rid of growth and photosynthesis because
If you,
that was
if you
like
kept
that was
them
we
in-
had 30 points left because we
I mean, if you
got
kept
rid of
the
Mega
main
Venus.
stuff.
Oh, of course. I got what you mean.
So we
So
can maybe transition to the poison team, which is bad matchup for Alazen, by the way.
No, it's
Yep.
not. It's not. I have faith. I have 100% faith. Like,
Yeah, it's a bit.
no, we've already prepped for this. Not to be prepped though.
Nidoking
Yeah.
will simply not 6-0 by clicking Flamethrower.
okay,
never happen.
so
The Hogapod. It might be true.
I can't think of
So,
any way Nidoking could OHKO a Hograpon.
I think we should-
Motorola,
Science
Puff
is not
Effect, and Claude's Iron. Do we
Yeah,
want to
that's
talk
what I was
about
gonna
that?
say. This score is gonna be hell to deal
Yeah.
with. It's gonna be a nightmare. I do not
Oh,
want to
wait.
face it.
Wait, who built this team again? Oh yeah.
How do you kill this
GlitchyMix.
shit?
Uh,
Hello.
okay, the thing is, a single good as Goldmon, and it's over. Thankfully, good as
The
Gold
thing
is the
is-
same ability, but
Good as Gold is on like 3 Pokemon, I think.
Yeah,
Don't
there's
want
like
Coffee
Goldengo, Persian, and
Gold.
Kofagrigus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're all
But
ghost types, so like your matchup is buttons anyways.
yeah, if he runs into one of them, it's over. But
Jilii,
otherwise,
we need you to like beat this team with your Goldengo.
Honestly, I might lose this. If I face this team, I actually might lose.
No, I think Poison is making it out of this group.
yeah. Let's look
Just
at
'cause,
Dark first, though.
The matchup is good, and
I like
the team
Dark
is
is
really good.
fun.
Poison has good matchups
would've gotten rid of
across
the
this whole
ability.
team, or this whole group for sure.
I wish the Sableye had topsy-turvy, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he had the money for it.
Yeah, he has the money for it.
points, so he definitely has the money for it. He has
Yeah, I wish-
points.
I wish the Tinglu had a buff.
I wish
Like,
I wish he covered. No wait.
Their parting
If you
shot
switch
or-
Volibee for a 5-point
on
mon,
top.
you have 50 extra points to give Tinglu Shore up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that would have been good, but he did not do.
I don't get the
I mean,
dazzling on Muscarada. I mean, it's very situational. I guess it can work, but that's
Also,
just me.
not a singular Terra Pokemon is a little odd.
Not one.
Yeah, you might have wanted that
boost is
mug
good,
to
though.
be like there, or like Bishop, maybe.
Terra Muck is good for
Mhm.
Mono Dark.
Yeah.
Especially
overall-
counters your fairy and fighting weaknesses with Terra
And
Poison.
Bug. Don't forget about Bug. Bug's the goat.
Yeah, true. Especially Necrozma's bug team.
Grass,
No, the
Grass
thing
is
is,
gonna have to face two regen mug.
oh, can we look at the bracket actually? Can we look at the bracket? I just want to see who goes against who first.
Yeah,
well-
in
Right now
Where's
it's
Doug?
varied.
Yeah,
In
it's not
Ultra.
decided. Yeah,
So
It's
are
not very decided.
are
to
the
be fair.
colors
I think he just
set?
meant divs play against each other.
Yeah,
Yes, the colors.
yeah.
Are set.
Okay, cool.
The
So
colors.
yeah.
So out of
Dawn
out of the
Wings.
groups we're talking
Okay.
about, I think Poison's always making it out, and then second
Yeah,
place
I
is
think-
between
I think-
Grass and Dark, and I'm gonna go Grass. So Poison and Grass for me.
Yeah, I'd agree because I believe in Alazen.
It's gonna
Um,
be Grass and Dark because Alazen's gonna cook Poison, and I don't think actually no. So like it's gonna be 3-1-1-1. That's my prediction. It's gonna be 3-1-1-1.
Really hype.
Uh,
Getting
no,
And
rid
it's
of
gonna
a
be
Poison
3
type
wins for
so early
Alazen,
would be
1 win
insane.
for Dark.
I think Poison has what they need to take both fighting and dark here.
yeah,
I'm
I
expecting
agree.
Poison to make it all the way.
Yeah, I think Poison and Grass will go here. All right, moving to
What's the next
Prism.
one?
On to
Prism.
Prism. And here we've got Sharpyboi with Flying, Reading Shade
Yeah,
with
LPT was
Ghost,
talking about.
LPT with Ground, and EtherDragon with Rock.
Okay, walk us through the Sharpie team, LPT. You ranked this
Sure.
what, number 1 on POR?
Well, I didn't technically give a solid 1 through
Mm.
14 ranking, but I probably would put this either first or second. I think it's very strong. Just has so many options. I would have liked to see Dragonite, but in fairness, I think Dragonite is probably better on Dragon because Flying Stab's niche on Dragon, where obviously it's everything here. Just that, I mean, Enamorous can just run away with games very easily. Hawlucha has Victory Dance and Ice Punch for coverage, and it's just even just a base Hawlucha would be insane. Jugulus has Nasty Plot now. The Mantine has Regenerator, but also can run a water immunity if it's against a water type team. Skyman is just there and can just flinch everything, and then Landorus
that's
is
Skyman.
just amazing for pivoting.
It does
Skarmory is
have
also
a-
casually there.
You can see that like player has a really good grasp on how to make mono flying work. Like you do not have a glaring weakness, I think. It's really balanced.
I'd say your biggest weakness is because you have 2 sort of bulkier mons. Well, you have 3, but Mantine's kind of a bit fake, to a certain extent. But Landorus and Skarmory are, of course, both more physical walls. But even then, that's not a major weakness. I'd say it's like something to keep note of, like for Sharp when they're team building. But it's not like an immediate clearing flaw. Like if you just bring a special attacker, you win on preview.
I wish you could have gotten Motor Drive on Jugulus, but like that's a money thing. I wouldn't discard many of these buffs. So
We do see another
Okay,
team
Mantine
with
has more special than I thought. It's 140.
yeah, it's really bulky.
It's 85 HP.
But we do have
Yeah,
another
Region Best
team
go
here
Burr.
with no Terras.
Bro.
Maybe Terra Enam. That's like the only Terra I do, just cause. For Cannon
being
go
the
Burr.
fairy.
But I
Yeah,
don't think it
Florcannon
needs
does
much
go Burr.
Terras.
I think that's kind of my
think it needs
summary for
Terra.
this team when I did the PRs.
Yeah,
Is
my-
Florcannon does indeed go Burr. I think I actually wrote that word for word.
It's, a
Fair
that's-
enough,
like,
like,
it's gonna be one of the tags
how
for
much
this
is
video.
130?
I think so. It's around that.
Damn.
Wow, that's fucking busted.
Definitely
The
goes
thing is,
Burr.
Web's gonna be funny as shit. Enam Terra Fairy Webs is super funny.
Oh, if he gets Terra, yeah.
It doesn't have Terra, of course.
Oh,
like,
no,
Enam
sorry,
doesn't have
I
it on
didn't.
here.
I didn't write
Webs versus
Florcannon goes
Butterfly.
Burr. I didn't
would you
write
write?
Florcannon goes Burr. I wrote Enam goes Burr. The very first
fair
pro
enough.
of the team.
Who's
I
running
know.
webs against mono flying?
Like,
Right?
That's what I said.
Yeah. Web's gravity. It's the-
Kind of hate.
All right,
After,
so
after reading Shade,
yep. On next, we got Reading Shade Ghost.
pick up kills.
Like-
I know local space gonna defo pick up kills.
I'm not a fan of this team. I cannot
It's funny as hell.
pinpoint why, but I'm not sure. I don't really like it. I think.
Yeah, I think there's a few other ghosts that you kind of needed to bring on a mono team like this.
What did
I have Golden goes somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Golden goes quite a notable
That's
absence, I'd say.
that's a
Maybe
big
it was
one
just
for
budget
it.
reasons, but
Golden
I'm not
is
sure
what,
40. I'm not sure 45 speed Marowak is gonna like benefit of Victory Dance a lot.
even if it's
I mean, he gets Sword Dance, so yeah, I get what you mean.
does get Swords Dance,
I
yeah,
don't-
that's true.
I don't know,
45
just,
at
like,
+1.
He's a
couldn't
vision
squeeze
to make it work, though.
base
He's a
100s,
vision.
I think.
I think he needs
I think it was
+2 then.
working with like very little money. Didn't he get it for like 420?
Let's see.
Yes, I
Oh,
think this
did
is
he
one of the
put-
most
Yeah, a
expensive
430.
ones.
430.
Oh,
Honestly, for 430, the team isn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, if we're
Yeah,
being
it's a
completely
decent
honest, like,
job for the-
looking at it, it has Sableye, Petch,
Mm-hmm.
the Blade as like the main defensive core. I think. I
Yeah.
felt like Galaris come out sad without like
Which-
Valkyrie. or regen.
Also,
I wish I was
um,
Goldengo and buffs on Corsola, yeah.
I forgot to write this. When I did the PRs, I don't think there's removal. Unless I'm missing something, I don't think they have any.
Oh shit.
They
There
they
isn't.
do
There's
not.
just
It's Mega Sableye
Sableye
magic bound.
That's
Yeah,
your
that's
kind
the.
of prey.
Oh
I
shit, there's
really-
no
I mean,
removal.
they
I
could
really
always
like the
play the
Mimikyu.
game. They could always play the game where they set up so much hazards that the other team has to defog, because they obviously can't spin.
Who are they hazard stacking with? I don't think they have a single spikes one.
Oh, do they have a spiker?
I
mean,
don't
they
think they
have
have a
toxic
spiker.
spikes. T-spikes.
They
though,
have.
no.
Do they have T-spikes?
I think so, right?
Does
Petrarch?
Fetch not have T-spikes?
No,
think
if I'm
Fetch
Fetch
yapping,
does
I'm
not have
Pet.
T-spikes.
He doesn't? Oh,
I
Fetch
think
does not have.
Marowak and Doublade, I think both get rocks. I think that's also the rock setters. And I'm
Does
only
Corsola
well,
get
Marowak
rocks?
definitely does. Of course, the
Corsola
does
does.
as well. Actually,
Yeah.
Hellblade doesn't get rocks,
so it feels like I'm one that would.
but Corsola
No,
gets like,
Aegis Lash for 1 rocks. Think about it. I don't think the blade gets rocks.
Yeah, true.
If it's
no,
Um,
Hellblade doesn't. Corsola does get rocks though.
yes.
Yeah, but Corsola, I don't know if you have the spare moves to run rocks on it because it really wants to run
True.
specific moves. I also,
I mean,
I get
does it
they
need
didn't have any
Whirlpool?
budget.
Again,
I said it about the other Mono Ghost, but
Yeah,
Soul
it's
Cure
so
would
strong.
patch up so much weaknesses with this. But I don't see where you're getting an extra 70 from.
Well,
True.
that'd be a great time to go to your team, LPT.
Yep, moving on to LPT and ground.
Okay, first off, 7 Pokemon is W.
What do you
I
mean
love
7?
top heavy team.
I'm totally gonna bring that Hippopotas every week.
Thing is, what are you gonna do? Sandforce Landorus might be the funniest bring I've ever seen if you do bring it.
It's
Please
actually
do.
it's
Gonna come.
it's-
Physical
it's
EQ
just-
Sandforce.
Yeah, true, because
Want
that
to see
doesn't get
that.
sheer force boosted, yeah.
And it's 125 attack, I think. So actually might
I
be a
think
burn.
so, yeah. It's higher attack than special attack.
Exactly. I think special attack is 115. Or it's
Yeah, I think so.
135 attack and 125.
Your team is really bulky. I wish there was something like Excadrill, like something that's physical and fast, but other than that,
I did originally have Excadrill over treads, but that when I was first building it, I had a Powdon on it as well, and then when I swapped to Powdon off, I think I had a
It's true.
Powdon
Threads is naturally faster.
something, yeah, because I didn't originally have Landorus. I think
Oh, you had Sandy Shocks. Oh, for Landorus, yes.
we had Sandy Shocks and a Powdon along with Excadrill instead of treads.
Pillow Swine's gonna go in.
Ironically, I really wish I'd kept
A
that
plus tier,
Sandy
come
Shocks.
on now.
Because that Sandy Shocks would have went crazy here. At least
True.
in this specific div because of Sharpie, but oh well.
Yeah, that's
I think
something.
you can
That's something to point
Rocks
out real.
like physical Lando, Cook.
But that's something to point
Physical.
out real quick too, is that everyone built their teams before knowing their groups. So you can't say why didn't somebody have this to counter that for the group that's in their or the team that's in their group. Well,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
one knew.
Well, I mean, you could always, like, you know, if you're mono fire, you gotta think of water counters.
Well,
right?
yeah. I mean, there's certain things you think of for
Right.
those things, but like we'll get to it later in the next one. For example, the group with electric mono doesn't have a single ground type against them.
So, how's the rock team?
Am I going insane? Didn't they used to have like 90 budget left? What happened?
It's raw.
That was my thingy. That was my formula.
Was it Diane site?
I think it
wasn't
skipped
added.
something.
It wasn't
I think it might have
extended
skipped
enough
some.
towards the
Yeah.
I think the DN
Whoa, whoa,
sites did not count towards budget. That's why it had
Right,
90 on
okay,
it.
that's
like that,
something
yeah.
like that.
I was like,
Yeah.
am I going insane? I remember both reading and Ether having money left over.
No, someone had 100 and something left, which was like, what the fuck?
The team is really good. It has nothing against water though.
Luckily, it
Doesn't
doesn't
they
have
roll?
much water.
That's
Yeah,
the
but
price, yeah.
They're not in a pool.
Pull up LeBron. I mean, also, like,
Yeah.
Remuu. No, not Remuu. What's his name? Remek. He might not make it out of the pool with a 1-0.
I mean, there are two water teams.
Oh,
Not
wow.
necessarily one.
I mean, if it's the other water team, it'd be like what in finals?
But water is
Yeah,
fairly
It's the only
decent.
place they
Like,
could meet.
I mean, it's a
Mhm.
fairly common coverage anyway. Is what I'm saying.
I think Corner Pawn and like maybe even Shoko can pick up slack.
The Ogre Pawn
See, I'm
definitely for a
actually
little bit, I
struggling.
think.
What's their what rock
Also-
types
also
could even
no
have built the
removal.
water properly? I mean, Ogre Pawn, yeah, but
Cradily gets
Cradily
Storm
or Storm Drain, yeah, there you
which
Mhm.
isn't even
Yeah,
a bad
Cradily
pick.
does.
Cradily, me and Ditto were discussing Cradily, and Cradily seems like a fire bomb block.
I would have
I
rated
don't think anything else.
Aerodactyl here,
Mm.
just as a proper
He seems to
non-ability
be right.
reliant ground immunity, but
Yeah, God, please drop spinners and not magic bounce users.
it has normal spin right there.
Or what?
Nihiligo.
Oh my God, I
the
can't read. I'm
Nihiligo has
so
normal
sorry.
spin.
Yeah.
I just can't read.
Also, Cleavor has default.
Also,
have
I'm so
preferred-
sad it's not Merciless Nihiligo. It's not Merciless Nihiligo. That's what makes me sad.
I have preferred
better
like
amount of
Iron
Prism.
Boulder with like Rocky payload over Terrakion.
Especially
Is that
not
not
playing
like
at Mighty Cleave.
That without
Yeah, it's-
Mighty Cleave, it's just
kind of bad considering close combat's only what 15 loss?
yeah. That's a lot of money for not a big payoff, I think.
So what are we thinking for placements here?
I think ground's gonna be maybe 1 or 2. Flying
I think
is probably gonna be
Sharpie's
1 or
first.
2.
I think flying's first, and then
yeah.
I think ground and
ground
flying.
1 or 2.
I would agree, ground and flying.
If flying is not first, it's because of the rock matchup, which is going to be hard anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but they
that's
also
pretty
got
well
have
It's got
ground
tools.
matchup, so they have
Like
a free win versus ground, and
They
then probably a
do.
very tough matchup versus rock. But also,
Yeah,
That
against rock,
Mantine,
if
though.
Enam gets
Enam
going
gets
versus
1
rock,
boost, it's Joker.
yeah,
I mean, does Accelerock... Does Harkonnen get Accelerock?
no,
No, that's
it's
Paramount
just
stuff, right?
it's just
Yeah.
like rock.
Mhm.
So if an M say,
Honestly, yeah.
I don't know who it'd lead against, but I don't know who it'd get the buff up against, but if it gets the buff up
T-Tar.
against somebody.
Pick up a kill on T-Tar or something.
I think T-Tar probably lives a non-boosted one and just kills it.
True.
It'd have to probably set up
Turnyacc-
against Shuckle,
Turnyacc-
honestly.
Turnyac's faster though, and it's probably gonna run Scar.
I don't know.
Likely.
I feel like that matchup, it's either Sharpie 6-0s just sweeps with an AM or gets like 4 or 5
Enam's gonna have to run like extra sensory to be able to hit the Nihiligo.
Yeah.
Does it not get Earth Power?
Levitate.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
I think that's fine.
Psy Shock probably. If I don't know if Enam has
I think
it. but
it definitely
Nihiligo
gets
has
Psychic,
a lot.
obviously.
Oh, it gets psychic, yeah.
If it gets Psy Shock, that'd probably be
It doesn't
better
get
because
Psy
Nihiligo
Shock.
has a lot of special.
I mean,
but no.
A +2,
Doesn't get Psy Shock.
+4. I don't. It might not.
Also,
it might
that
not-
Landorus will do a lot of work into the rock matchup. So anyway, I'm pretty confident Sharpie will be #1 in this div.
Yeah,
which
flying
is-
and ground, I think. I'm
Yep.
making it out.
Definitely see that.
I like Rock though. All considering.
I think Rock would be my third. I think this Ghost team's gonna have a hard
Mm.
time in this group, but Rock would be my third. If he makes second, I wouldn't be too shocked. But yeah.
I like
Ghost team
Ground
has
and
a
Rock.
terrible matchup into the Titar.
Mm-hmm.
For Suko
Well,
Bird, that's just.
there's something
that's
that's
what
yeah.
happens.
There's something tough
Actually,
on it.
for Suko,
Huh?
I've never played pre the older gens. Can Ghost types even beat Pursuit Trapped?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah,
Okay.
Again.
Thanks. Rip.
let's look at
Bad
Dusk
matchup.
main.
I think this is the
That's the
last one.
final
All right.
final division.
Yep. Final
So Necrozma,
Necrozma division. We've got Tamtam
Okay.
running Fairy, Fatty Spins running Electric, myself Pointman running Steel, and Cherryfizz running Psychic.
3 terrain teams, by the way.
3 of them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm kind of outmatched with that part.
Bit of fun.
That's why I got
The
my
Fairy
Steel
team
roller.
is really good, but like really predictable.
It is,
like it's
yeah.
really strong.
It's a solid team. If you don't have things built for them, that Mega Mawile with the Enamorous, the two of them are a great combo, having the bulk here.
No, yeah, it's really strong. He really put like all his budget into a strong team of 6, and like
Oh, yeah.
Swirlix and Morgrem is just there.
Morgrem still can do.
Yeah.
work.
Yes.
I've used it.
More
I've used it
grand
in,
bro.
I've used it in draft before, and it's
Yeah.
Swirlix
pretty
for
decent,
webs.
and it can live a decent amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's a 7-1 draft.
Carbink is gonna put a huge deal
I
of
think-
work.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the first one I've seen that has every single buff bolt.
Yup.
A Carbink?
Oh yeah, that's
shit.
crazy.
The
Mhm.
Carbink
really
is
funny like
stacked.
that.
How much does it cost?
Less than that.
It costs
Cartana from earlier.
190. It costs
Less than
Only
190.
190.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
190.
Oh, it is more expensive than that.
190. Damn. I want to see Solid Rock and a Terra's Rock and a tank's like something ridiculous, like Heavy Slam Zamazenta or something.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen one week.
It's a really good steel fairy team. When I considered doing a fairy team, I was gonna base it off Magiana, but I'm realizing that Mawile might be even stronger because Bullet Punch is insane.
Yeah, Mawile's definitely very
He's
strong
super
for
strong,
this.
right? Yeah.
The
Super
gear
strong.
is
Not-
very
Yeah,
strong.
but Bullet Punch allows you to not be locked into like Sucker Punch mind games.
Yeah.
But I just win the mind game. It's a 50-50.
Would Mega Altaria have been allowed on this?
No.
No.
Nope.
You have to. In normal monotype, I think you're not allowed.
In normal monotype, yes,
You're not
but
allowed with megas.
with
No,
not
you're
here.
not. You're not allowed. In normal monotype, you're not allowed mega Altaria because you start as a flying type.
no,
He's
you
not allowed
are
to
allowed.
change that.
You have to make
You
it
are.
first turn.
Nope.
No,
You can
it.
check.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have different monotype leagues because
Mhm.
the monotype league I was
Oh,
in.
league.
Yeah.
No, the ladder. I'm talking about the ladder.
Oh, with ladder.
Oh, the ladder. Yeah,
Oh.
the ladder went allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we based it kind of with the drafting for here. We just went with whatever their base type is. That's what their teams are.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the switch up, you know. Gives more
Like,
like.
sadly-
Even though it means
Versatility.
flying to 10 feet, but it's alright.
Those fairy types matched up against steel. I think there's still a way that fairy wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always the option of Enam Gober. That's because like
Yeah.
there's always
Yeah. Enam can't go burr as well into steel. Although I suppose you just get your first floor cannon and start earth powering.
The
You
issue.
have to get rid
Yeah,
of
that's true.
Scissor.
The issue I'm seeing here is
True.
that the only options I think that are gonna happen. I think Fatty Spins goes 3-0. I don't think a team here beats him. Honestly, I can really see the rest of us getting one win against each other. The only thing that's crossed my mind, I don't know how my steel matchup will go against Psychic. I think that match will depend on who goes to playoffs.
Interesting.
I think what he said about the electric team is absolutely true. Though.
Yeah, let's look
It's
at
a
let's
brain-ding
go
team
ahead
in
and
the best of ways.
yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that team. It is
You
just
do
batshit.
not need a brain to use this shit. In fact, you can actively discard your brain to use this shit.
It's
It's
just
just-
how many? You have 3 rising
puts-
voltage users.
So much defensive pressure that if you drop a move if you use a specific move to check something, you're dropping something that you would need for something else. Like between the shift gear and the rising voltage and Zapdos and the GT Dracozold, like it's predictable, but it's so fucking strong.
Yeah, you can predict it, but if you don't have the mon specifically to deal with it, it doesn't matter what you predict.
Especially, I mean, they've won a watch though, because as you said earlier, not a single ground type here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what Pointman
Yeah,
was saying.
he
Not
got
a single
He
ground
got
type.
lucky with his grouping for sure.
The only resist are like Hootra and Magnezone, I think.
No, I think Pointman wins here because he
Oh,
gets
well,
the
I-
Fell Stinger kill. He gets the Fell Stinger kill with
Lost
his aura,
already.
and that's it. Jet Punch just kills everything.
Yeah, I already lost against
lost.
Electric, so.
What a strong foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pretend that Well, I actually haven't
Exactly.
watched that, so I am gonna choose to believe yous are gaslighting me.
I wish that was
we
the
need
case.
a replacement for Cherryfizz.
Do we?
Remember? Yeah,
Oh
they had to drop the
shit.
league because stuff.
Well, damn.
Oh.
We gotta find someone to play that.
I completely forgot about that. I thought we had already replaced them.
I didn't realize that had happened.
So, yeah,
We're gonna find a way
That's cool.
to around that.
I like the team though. I don't want no.
No, yeah, it was a
Aberron
really
around this
strong team. The
They got
matchups
sick,
are
like,
not the best. though.
5-0'd
No.
or something by Mega Momo because they didn't bring in Tapu Lele, block the
Mm,
priority, and they sacked every single mon before bringing
That
it.
might have happened. Which is a shame, because you have neutralizing gas to block huge power. You have the psychic terrain.
I think to block huge power, but like I think it just sets up for free because what's it doing in front of Mega Momo?
No, yeah, fair. Just saying anything. It's not doing shit. Yeah, the psychic team had a lot of potential. We'll see if we can find a replacement for it.
definitely have
we-
potential.
Kind of skipped over the steel team, I think.
Yep, I guess we'll talk about my shit show.
Oh, walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's decent. I'm
yeah.
saddened by the lack of Heatran, though.
yeah, I wanted to bring Heatran. I thought about it, but I'm hoping to get more out of the Durant with Heat Proof, but so far it hasn't been amazing.
Remember,
No.
heat proof's not an immunity.
No, I know, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Durant's still weak to fire post heat proof.
Mhm. Yeah, it wasn't as
Yeah, I don't
nice
like
as I-
the Scissor and
Terra,
Durant.
Terra
That's
Durant
it.
will cook. First impression, hustle, it's gonna cook. It's gonna cook.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I had been thinking about running Hustle in the last one, but I don't know. I don't remember if I did run it in the last one. But
I've never missed a Stone Edge, so hitting hustle is basically the same thing. Think about it.
I have missed plenty of Stone Edges, so I can't say the same.
So so since you've missed so many, then you're overdue for some hits.
Right.
Exactly. Gambler's fallacy.
But yeah, I mean, I like the Hudra pick. Trying to see how the Mortal Spin works. Hell yeah, some T-Spikes.
That might be fun.
And just in case I can get set up a little bit.
I think Hudra gets toxic though.
It does have Toxic, yes.
It's also crazy. The only team in this entire division with a grounded poison is the one whose entire team is immune to poison, immune to being toxic, making spikes.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'm
I
so. I mean, this what.
would have liked to see a flying type. I would have liked to see Heatran.
Yeah,
I guess it's not just the best repetition.
Levitate Magneton.
I definitely So
Wow.
yeah,
No,
that's
yeah, but Magneton, like it's
so
I don't know,
that
it's
was
underwhelming.
that was kind of my reason for having the Levitate Magneton, because I was bouncing between Skarmory and Corviknight, but I just for budget purposes I felt like going with Magneton with
Damn.
these.
Depressing.
All right,
So the
yeah.
two that I see going out, I think, are Electric and Fairy. But if Fairy doesn't make it out, it's because of the matchups.
Absolutely.
opinion.
No, I completely
Yeah, I do.
agree with that statement. He got unlucky having Steel type being in his grouping again, like the other Fairy type, and then just having Electric that's just gonna steamroll all of us.
Yeah, Electric is definitely gonna be first place in my opinion.
The only way Fairy gets in is if he does pull the win off against me, or if I lose to the Psychic team and he has a better differential.
Differential.
I mean, Steel losing to Psychic would be kind of hard. Unless you get fucking rolled by
yeah.
Armor Rouge.
I've got a decent team for it, but I mean, I'm not gonna talk myself up. Anything can happen.
Okay, well, Tapu maybe.
All right, we'll jump over to Tapu, Jilii. If you want to be in for it, or not, up to you.
I'm back.
All right.
Who's that? Go ahead.
All right.
Go
So
ahead.
Okay.
first up
Koko.
in Tapu Koko, we've got Turnyacc ACC with the ground, Gamer Tag with Steel, Mokratha with the Fairy, and then SavageRacoon with Bug. Now let's...
No water immune. It might be actually not water immune. No ground. What am I trying to say?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
No, I had a thought. Wait, no, wait. I had a thought before hopping to Necrozma that I wanted to say here, but I forgot.
No grass immunity.
Oh.
Grass? Who cares about grass immunity?
Mono Grounds definitely cares about grass immunity.
I'm not here though. To be
Nobody
fair,
has grass in Tapu.
yeah, not in this one.
But anything could run like
Yeah.
energy bolus coverage.
True.
I
Strong
can't name a
Iron
single
Treads.
Remon in this pool that has energy boss coverage.
I was gonna
I guess
say, yeah.
Vikavolt. My bad.
There's not too much strong with it
Vikavolt,
though.
Wukong.
Vikavolt, yeah.
Okay, so the ground team. Fairly
Pretty-
similar to yours, I think, LPG. It's not much difference.
Even
I'm
got
just
even got the Pillow Swine.
I'm just
Use that
not
big
sure that
difference.
there's a lot of
There's
differences. I'm just
4 mana
not sure
per-
as to why you're buying Mega Perts on a non-rain team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't.
know.
You-
I don't. Get
Ah,
Should you
yeah.
get Gastrodon or something? Right, because you also get the immunity.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you already have Claude for the immunity, so Swampert is not a
mean,
bad choice. But
picking
I
up
think I
two
would
isn't
have
bad.
taken. I think I would have taken regular Pert, just shore up on it, not Mega Pert.
Yeah, save the 40 and invest it somewhere else.
Probably changing Duck Trio. Actually, is Arena Trap banned? Do we ban it?
Yes. I
Yes,
know.
okay. Never mind, I
Duck
was
Trio,
like,
of course,
maybe
is
that's-
just the fastest ground type, so I get why they've brought it though. Because it's 120, and
Yeah.
the next fastest that's allowed is
Zydog?
grounds at 106. Zydog,
Isn't that
that's not a
Zydog?
real Pokemon. Zydog's not a real Pokemon.
We do have
I
another.
think
Zydog
I do
isn't even that bad.
prefer the other ground team, though.
Of course.
There is no Tinglu, which is
Mm.
a huge.
Instant L.
I don't get why you would not take that. It's so free.
Tinglu's what? Like 210 for sure.
Yep.
That's basically the Swampert. Like how much it costs to get
Yeah,
Swampert.
just about.
Just get rid like
Yeah.
Moongeist Beam because you're never using it, and then get a Tinglu over to Swampert.
No, you can literally drop Swampert and get. Oh wait, never mind. That's
Yeah,
10.
you do
210.
transport, yeah. Swampert plus Moongeist Beam for
Yeah.
Tinglu.
That which work, yeah.
Okay, going to gamer tag with Steel now. Agronite
And now I
Dragon
like
Dance.
this. Prefer that
Mega
Steel
Aggron
team.
rep.
With
Let's go.
with
I want to see that Mega
D-Dance.
Aggron just eat shit and then just spam DD. It's gonna
How
happen.
much-
I would have loved to
How
see
much
that
did
Mega
you-
Iron on a rock type team. Getting
Could
rid
you
of
get-
of the rock type would have been amazing.
How much did he buy the Type 4 again? Was it 370?
360, I
That's
think.
something like that.
Oh, it doesn't show on
360,
this one,
yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it's
I
360.
almost got Steel for 360. I think you got it for
It's
370.
360, yeah.
Yeah,
Almost got
you
Steel
bet.
for 350. Saved my life, by the way. You are the goat. You are the goat for doing that. I still ended up getting something for 350, but at least it wasn't Steel.
Sinjin was Steel the only type that went for the exact same amount in both divs?
I don't know about the
It might
only,
have
but it
been.
definitely went the
I
same.
think it is.
Maybe. How much did Bug go for?
Did
I
what?
think they were pretty close to it. Bug went for like 215 in both now.
Hmm. Let me see this one.
No, Bug went for 210.
220 here,
Oh shit.
then
Yeah,
210
220
over there.
in Tapu, 215 in.
Okay.
Oh, that was close.
I was
I like this
I
one
was gonna say, I
more,
think
also
this-
because he trans
yeah.
funny.
I do prefer that
The
one.
Metang,
I
though? The
wish,
Metang?
I wish the
Well,
yeah, I wish the
want
Metang
the
had been a
Metang.
Metagross. I wish the Metang had been a Metagross.
I wish the Mole just mega.
Fox showed in one of the previous Power Mods that Metang can actually do work.
True.
Uh,
Fox got rolled.
I don't know. I also don't like the fact that you have only one ground immunity and only one fire immunity, and you have to choose
And-
between them.
Yes, and Mold Breaker are kind
No
of red
spinner.
too. I would
There's
have
a
wanted like a
defaulter, it's
flying
fine.
steel.
Yeah, neither of us brought
Yeah,
a
that's also
flying
fair.
steel on these.
Just give us Corviknight over Scizor, please.
But we
Yeah,
love.
Corviknight-
Yeah, that might have been better.
But it's a scissor.
I think just put an Iron Barb Scorv, and this team is good, because,
Loki, that's just because Corv is Loki kind of cracked. Glare
Yeah,
Corv,
Corv is
fuck
cracked.
you. Bond, fuck you for making Glare Corv a thing.
All right, moving on to the
Okay.
fairy that's against another steel team.
I'm biased. I love fairy too much.
I do like fairy teams.
Recover Geezing is actually really sick. I just want to say that.
Recover
especially-
Geezing is really good.
Mhm.
I
Boom
guess,
Burst
like,
Spring.
3
Yeah,
good
when I-
abilities for draft.
When I thought I was
Insane.
gonna go fairy, I wanted wheezing for sure. It's so strong. Like neutralizing gas, it's underestimated. I think in that kind of format.
Yeah, neutralizing gas is good, but it's also a ground immunity if you need that, which in some
Yes.
matchups you really do.
Yes.
So it's pretty.
I'm
It's really
saddened by the lack of Valiant, but with the money, it was not possible. I think.
What did he buy it for? It doesn't say up here.
350.
350?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good for Perry, right? I mean, he got a really good team, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a really
Yeah,
good
it's just
team.
breaking
Again,
steals.
No
Breaking
spinner.
steals might be hard.
Yeah, without
next,
Valiant, it's
next
gonna be
season we give
really
an
hard.
Mars overheat. Next season we give
Yeah.
an overheat.
I think they
No,
probably
No,
could
we
have.
don't.
They could have saved a bit of budget with I don't know how necessary Boom Burst is on Prim. It's only what after stab it's what 5 more base power compared to Surf, and it's less than Moonblast.
It's
Yeah.
Liquid
Liquid
Voice.
Voice makes it stab.
Liquid. I just don't rate Liquid Voice because if you
I
have
don't
Liquid
like
Voice,
Liquid Voice either.
Psychic Noise becomes a water type move,
Mhm.
which you
Yeah,
kinda
but
want
I don't think
because
he'd
you
run
don't-
Psychic Noise.
Yeah, you don't run Psychic Noise in that case.
I think does not get Psychic.
It does get Psychic and Psyshock.
Yeah.
Like Liquid Voice Boom Burst hits like a truck.
No,
It's not boosted,
like,
obviously.
there's no
Yeah, it's
boost.
not
It's
boosted.
just
Yeah.
No, but
just
it makes it
Wolf
become stab. It's stab Boom Burst, which is 210.
Yeah, of course. But also I can
Yes.
just run pop for 40 less points.
Oh no.
No, it's up to the debate.
He does have
I
the
wish that
Encore
Sixes
Grid
are more
Snarl.
Could he have
Also-
this?
Also, this is Nat deck. She'll probably have Scold most of the time. You'll want even Scold over
True.
Boom Burst probably half of the time you'd want anyway.
That is sort of true.
Okay.
Is always mega on the bug team.
Yeah. We're moving on to the bug
Does he-
team. We got
I mean, yeah,
Scizor Jet
I
Punch.
don't like 10
What?
months, but that's just because me.
What do we think of the double speed boost?
I don't
It's
know.
funny.
Do you?
It's funny. I don't think it's particularly good, but it's funny.
If you want to
I
talk
don't know why
about
Santa
funny,
Scorch there.
that is Salgor.
Excelgar, yeah, we have to talk about that
It's
too.
incredible patter.
Mhm.
I
Excel
don't
Lord
think
is
I'm
very
gonna get off a single sweep, but that might be a funny bring every other week.
I will say,
Yeah.
apart from Vikavolt, you do not have special offense.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
most.
fuck.
No,
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 my
he
God.
does. He has throat.
Cellular. Actually,
No,
no,
he
you're
has
not bringing
throat.
Cellular.
He can gate throat spray on every mon thanks to Bug Buzz. So
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks, buddy.
Yeah, but I don't think any of that has great special attack.
I mean Orbital, Excelgor,
Mm.
Excelgor.
Cellular runs that anyways, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Is that
and
a
Cellular
normal
has-
set for a Cellular?
What I mean is your only special attack is really slow. Like the two of them are.
Excelgor has 100 base speed. It has
he's-
100 base special attack.
But he's
Well-
got him set up to be running physical.
Yeah, but it's Axelgar. Who's been scared of Axelgar in their lives?
Last words.
Yeah.
All I say that Salgor, kind of, I think it solos the ground team.
It
Well,
might.
this one's gonna be
You can't
physical.
intimidate it. Can't
He has a
intimidate it.
water
Shooting
unit.
streaks.
He
The
does
ground
have
ground
a
water.
team
water.
has been afraid of Axelgar.
Does Quadsire
I mean-
wallet?
if
Thoughts?
Quadsire has
Axelgar
that
doesn't, if Axelgar doesn't do it, Galaisopod and Araquanid.
Yeah, but if Claude
the
comes in,
matchup
you
is
just
really good.
U-turn because like
Yeah.
one water immunity doesn't mean that you like immediately
It's what- yeah,
just
of
win
course.
against the one.
But like you have your removal Scolipede. So like, you know,
Yeah.
rock Scober.
What is it
And
with
Scizor.
dark teams and using removal Scolipede?
Scolipede
very
isn't bad
funny.
removal.
Something about it.
There is three removal
It's
ones
decent.
here.
Yeah, to be
Guys,
fair,
they-
the
they're
removal on
fine.
here isn't
Default,
awful.
right? I don't like Fog Cleavor though.
Mm-hmm.
Just me.
I think I might.
What other moves does it need? It runs CC, Stone Axe, X-Scissor, and then that's it. You're just good.
So what do we?
U-turn. U-turn.
Okay, you turn over X-Scissor,
Stone
honestly,
Axe.
and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
No,
it's-
U-turn
that's what I
and
said.
X-Scissor.
Stone Axe, CC, U-turn, and then your third move you might as well not have it, so just make it default. Yeah.
I think if it was my team, I would have gotten rid of a few mons to get like Volcarona or like Yon Mega.
To be fair,
Yeah, on Mega.
10 mons is kind of iffy. I don't know.
Mm.
It is, yeah, it is a lot.
Now,
and it's not
honestly,
necessary, I think.
All of these mons are bringable, though. That's the thing.
They are.
True.
They are, but some of them like really do have the same role.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do the same thing.
Example?
Araquanid and Glycopod.
Yeah.
They're not doing exactly the same
Araquanid
thing.
has
They
webs.
kind of double up on
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Arachne is going to be
Despite
a
what I
web
mean.
setter, Glycopod is going to be a pivot.
Araquanid is also the fire res.
Richard,
Yeah.
does have pivot on Arachne now.
I mean, I think that's the only option
There's
they have as
also
a fire
no
res.
It is.
Terra. No, Sanchez
Yeah.
Colchons have Flash Fire.
No
Does-
Terra is a little
I swear it does.
weird.
Does it not?
Sanchez
Does
Colch
Sanchez
does
Colch
have
not?
Flash Fire.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's
Sanchez
what I was
Colch has
saying.
Flash
But
Fire,
he's
yeah.
but he's bringing in speed boost, so he can swap between the two.
I don't think he's been speakers.
I don't know why he bought Speed Boost. That's not my favorite buff.
All right, so who do we think's making
Wow.
it from here? Personally, I think the middle two here.
Still unfair.
Um,
Yeah, I think I agree.
I got to go now. How do you? I just realized.
I personally think Ground and Fairy can make it, because I think Ground just has a good matchup across this board.
Oh, yeah.
It's solid, but I don't know. We'll see how they can use their immunities.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna stay on Steel and Fairy, but I would not be surprised for Ground. I see what
Yeah,
you mean.
I see Ground being a third, but my pick at the moment would be the middle two. Anyone
Okay,
else?
And then Bung makes it out of pool and we're all shocked.
Yeah. He's just going to sweep him and we're going to eat our words. All right. Moving over to Bulu. We got Wrenellen running Psychic. Boniour running Dark. Pug running Dragon. And Jilii running Ghost. All right. Starting with the...
Yeah.
I have to say, as a Psychic enjoyer, I am really sad by the matchups that the two Psychic teams got. Especially this one, because this one is really
Ghost
hype.
and Dark. Wow.
Ghost and Dark is so sad. We feel you, Wrenellen.
That's rough.
But I do really like that Psychic team.
Yeah, it's a nice team. He's got the Metagross, brought a Latios.
I mean, there's a lot of threats. You have Metagross, Lele, Expanding Force,
Mhm.
Latios, and Boulder. Like, that's a lot to
Yeah.
prep for.
Yeah, the expanding
Rocky Paper
force,
Boulder.
expanding force Lele can put work in.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
except against
pressure.
Dark.
Yeah, except against the entire Dark team. Yeah, that Dark team. I don't know how he overcomes a Dark team with this team.
If Metagross can get out of hand, is perhaps the only way I see it. But even then, Speed Boost Sharpedo might be
Yeah,
around too.
just even then, I just don't know if I don't know if he gets the damage to take them out before he gets dealt with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna comment on it, because, yeah.
That's just definitely a tough matchup, but it's a solid team.
Yeah,
I just don't know if he's gonna get more than one win in this grouping.
I think it's a case of solid team, terrible matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
No, sorry, I was saying that's me back. I'd left for a bit.
Oh,
Just
okay.
saying I was back.
All right, so here we go on to Boniours. with the Dark team. Go ahead.
Oh, well, do I have to say anything but speed with Mega Sharpedo plus Chen Pao? What do I have to say anything else?
Yeah,
it's a little scary.
It's just. Yeah, Jilii was speaking to me earlier about their matchup, just sort of in general about the different divs, and they were like, "Yeah, I've accepted I've lost to Boniour."
Yeah.
Because they're against you week 2, are they not?
Oh, one of the
What do you
weeks.
say?
I think they're against you week 2, are they not?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said, "Oh, I'm already prepping week 3. I've just accepted the week 2 outcome."
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're gonna make it out of playoffs. You have a really strong offensive side. You have a strong defensive backbone as well that can like parting shot to pivot out and bring out what you need to hit. Dark Aura Zoroark is also stupid strong. It hits like a truck.
Yeah. And I'm really happy to see Wochen putting in work, because I know he's gonna put in work. I can trust in my Woj.
Yeah, you have a lot of like recover moves.
God, you brought 3 of the Ruination Pokemon.
Yeah, I tried to fit in Chiyu, it just couldn't fit. I
I will
tried.
say you don't want to be against someone that has something that has competitive or defiance. But
Well,
even
I'm
then
not gonna
is
be
like
clicking parting shot.
debatable.
Yeah, even
Yeah,
then,
you
just don't.
you
click
just
parting
don't.
shot.
Yeah, you just don't click parting shot. That's the only thing that I can see. I'm trying to nitpick here. I'm trying to
Yeah.
criticize, but
Yeah,
there's not much to criticize.
Yeah, you kind of got the
I mean,
best
another-
team for the grouping.
One actual weakness I have is my lack of flying resist, which does come up.
Yeah,
You do have Ice
but
Shot
also
though. You do have Shinpao and Ice Shot, I think.
that just dies to
Yeah.
speed on Dragonite.
Yeah, just ignore E-Speed. Just that
Oh
doesn't.
yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, E-Speed does a lot of damage. To just
E-Speed Aerialate.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
moving on to Pug's Dragon Team.
Yeah.
Dragonite definitely is the star here.
Yeah,
It is too good.
Aerialate is just so strong.
Mm-hmm. With the Terra Shard as well.
Yeah, Terra flying return just is gonna kill someone.
I do really like the Altair just for the the amount of sets that you can put on it. You can go DD, you can go CM. You do have refresh in a situation in which you would need it. Cutting guard, like its move pool is really good.
And getting that
Yeah,
fairy
like
typing.
Willow Roost defensive.
yeah, and
Mhm.
it's really forced because of it being the only Dragon Fairy.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, it would have been
Dragon
stupid not
coverage
to go for it.
does a number against you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Hoodra
How
and
much did
the
they get Dragon
Megal.
for?
They got Dragon for very cheap, because I think nobody
300?
could
Yeah,
like
300.
300, I
currently.
think. Yeah, 300.
Oh right, yeah. Because they missed the Dragon auction when they wanted to bet on it, so we just upped the price a little bit.
I don't think that I don't like the Hydropple and Executor, like the double up on the types, but there is not there are no cheap dragon types. Like there are very little
Yeah.
cheap dragon types.
Like Hydrapple, Gudra, Hisui is a absurd regen core.
Yeah, it's really good.
With the glare on Hydrapple, slow him down.
But they're both more specially, aren't they?
Nope. Hydrapple is more physically bulky.
Really? Oh, physically.
Maybe I just associate it with that because it always runs Assault Vest.
Yeah, Hydrapple has 110 defense and 106 HP, I think. So
Yeah, that's it.
okay, yeah.
And 80 spin
Yeah.
fit.
It is a pretty big physical wall.
All right, going into. Oh, why did I do that? And why did it move? That's weird.
With the ghost scene.
All right, going into Jilli's team with the ghosts.
Once again, no soul cure on the core solar. I'm glad we don't have to deal with that
right?
shit. But
Okay.
it is insane.
One thing with this team, as we went through the tiering with Jilii, Rotom with Hadron Engine. This is very good because it gets rising voltage.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
shit.
whoever gave it Hadron Engine, and that is not me, right? Completely forgot that it had rising voltage.
Yeah, totally not you.
Yeah, Luca,
Totally
definitely
not
not
me.
you. Definitely not
No.
you.
I would never do that. To be fair, you did go over the prices.
Yeah, and I think Jilii swayed me or something. I don't know what happened there.
He had a plan. He had a master plan.
Told you to be quiet about it. Yeah, that's a scary
The
mon.
team is fairly good.
Yeah, for the grouping, like it's not bad, but again, having that dark type, Boniour got the perfect grouping for his type.
I not rigged, by the way. I swear.
Yeah, it's solid team. We get to see the Goldengo with he got Surge Surfer on it.
Yep, with the
Terrible
Hadron
damage.
engine from Rogan.
Surge Surfer and Hadron Engine is really fun.
Oh yeah, that is a terrifying core.
But sacrificing good as gold is a big.
It is.
thing
That is a big thing.
when you're wanting to run that.
But if you
I think-
really need speed, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did say that they probably would have been better off switching Destiny Bond to be able to get Salt Cure instead of Regen on Cursula, because it's already so bulky and it has strength set, so it doesn't particularly need Regen. I mean, obviously it benefits from it, but it's not like a huge need.
Mm-hmm.
I think it benefits from Regen more than Salt Cure. I'm not gonna lie, because Covered Cloak is an item that
Do you
will
not
be run.
remember the Cursula in our div last season, Bon? It was so evil.
I do remember it, but simply run a Covert Cloak.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
not-
it from 2 back-to-back seasons now.
You now have its mere presence on their team has basically forced all of your mons to not have an item because they're forced to run Covert Cloak.
6 covert cloaks.
Who needs
That's
items?
better than having your opponent not having items is better. Your opponent effectively just never being allowed to run items is better than Regenerator.
Annihilate
No,
is
'cause it
also
means-
really great.
Because Regen
Great
means
for
Ursula
Ghost.
never dies. Because Strength Sap can be taken advantage of very easily.
I do
Clear
really like
Amulet?
the Annihilate in there.
Clear Amulet forces it. I mean, you still regen with Clear Amulet, but you can set up on it because it's very passive.
Not with Salt Cure, it's not.
Mm.
Not with Salt Cure and Whirlpool.
True, I guess.
It's
I
definitely
think for this
situational.
group,
Mhm.
I think Dark is a shoe-in. Like it's sure to make it out.
Definitely
Yeah.
with
Eh,
the types of things.
Worst
it's
case,
really-
I think he goes
watch me
2-1,
choke. Watch me choke.
but
I
you
think
could easily get
everything's
3.
going to be decided in the Dragon versus Ghost
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, I think Dragon is making it out personally.
I do
I
think
think
the
But-
I'm
middle,
gonna
I'd
go
agree with
Dragon
that.
as well, just because Dragonite is insane.
but
I
it'll
think-
come
but-
down.
Will be first, Dragon second.
I think it'll all come down to if Jilii or Wrenellen can beat Dragon.
Yeah.
If one of you
And,
two beat Dragon, one of you might go in as second, but I think Boniour takes first.
Also,
The
If
Shadow
I
Sneak on
happen-
Bolt allows it to like be
yeah.
somewhat stronger than Jilii's Bolt also.
But if I happen to beat Dragon, I think Ghost makes it out. But if I don't, which I'm kind of likely, then I think Dragon makes it out.
If Dragon's able to get the win over you, possibly, but yeah, I don't know. The Dragon Dark match will have a big impact on who's the second team going in, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's happening week 1. Don't know when yet, but it's happening.
Well, you got a day or 2.
Yeah, Dragon and
Yeah.
Dark for me.
Yeah. So that's
I've got
definitely the strong ones here. Go ahead.
Sweet. I've got my game literally right after the score.
Oh, hell yeah.
He just pinged me and was like, "Oh, do you wanna?
Oh, perfect.
Do you wanna go?" And I was like, "Oh,
Give me
give
10.
me like
Yeah.
half an hour."
Yeah. All right, moving on to Tapu Lele then. We got YoruNoxx running Poison. We got our host Yuta running Fire, the only Fire team. Got Boy
Mhm.
Legend running Fighting, and Ditto running Rock. So the second poison team.
Being on
here.
poison here,
Yeah.
it's very much like the other poison team in that it might be unkillable.
Yeah, it doesn't have Cloud, but it has Mega Venusaur, so like
It does have that
Yeah.
one.
you're not losing
And-
much.
and Galarian Wheezing.
No,
With
it's,
recover.
it's gonna be a hell to kill.
The same
Regenerator Muck.
Sneasler offensive core.
However, what I do like about this is that you have a more of an offensive presence because you also have Sheer Force Nidoqueen and Sheer Force Gengar.
A
So you
Gengar
can-
is gonna be insane.
Sheer Force Gengar, yeah.
So you can put up more pressure.
Gengar Sneasler is a really strong
Yeah,
offensive.
this might be definitely a more balanced team for poison.
Yeah, because the other one was very defensive. It feels like this one has
Mhm.
some offensive presence.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the Golbat is doing. Like giving you a second
He's just there.
ground immunity, maybe?
He-
He's just vibing.
Yeah.
He's just vibing.
He's just having a great time.
It's Golbat. Look at him. He's just awesome.
I mean, I feel like you could have bought a buff for 20 that would have done more than Golbat. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Tailwind, maybe.
Maybe.
Like
Yeah,
it has
that
what
might be it.
Tailwinds, T-Spike.
He does.
it can
He
get
does
to
have sticky
Defogger.
web on Ariados.
Well, he's got utility between those two.
I don't. Well, the extra 15 he would have saved by having a. Oh no, it could have been a full 20 because he has 9 ones.
Yeah.
Even 20, what, one buff? Golbat has a couple different things it can do. I said T-Spikes, Defog, it's a ground immunity, Tailwinds. It can do some stuff, so I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's a decent utility bring. And you can always run Eviolite on it.
Yeah.
All right, moving to the man of the hours team. Go ahead and talk about your fire squad.
Oh, I'm not sure there's much I can say there. I got help because the first version of that was not as strong AC, but I'm really hyped about using Heatran as either the Moltres as well. Volcanion is gonna put in work. I think I've managed to like get a decent way against water and ground, like a decent amount of answers, but rock still absolutely wrecks me.
Yeah, that's definitely your rough matchup of this group.
Which is an unfortunate
Yeah.
pairing.
Yes, definitely.
But I mean, like you said
thing-
though, everything else here, I think you have a good team for.
I will be honest. I really don't like the fact Moltres is the Sunsetter. Because a Sunsetter, effectively, it needs to run Heat Rock. You don't have an option for a Sun team. So if you're wanting to bring Sun a particular week, you have a quad weakness to Rock on your setter versus something like Ninetales specifically. Because that not only...
I was gonna have Torkoal in one of my one of the teams I prepped. But ultimately I did not go for it. I think the team is still like decently good without Sun. So I think that should be okay.
I agree, but it's just like if you choose to bring Sun, one Rock, and it's kind of, especially because your only removal is on
No, yeah, I see what you
one
mean.
that's quad weak versus Ninetail. Well, Torkoal of course
not-
has removal in
it's
Rapid
not-
Spin, and
it's not his only
Ninetales has
removal.
Batonfest.
It's not his only removal because he also has Volcanion, Defog, and Blaziken Rapid Spin. So there is options.
Oh, he bought Rapid Spin on Blaziken, so yeah, that's my bad, I didn't see that. I just, also, I mean, in fairness, Moltres has U-turn, so it still at least can pivot. Same as Ninetales would be able to with Baton Pass.
I like to see it as not going full Sun, but having like a Sun mode at some point.
Yeah, it's not a full Sun team, to be fair. It works decently well outside of Sun. Like, you don't need the Pro Synthesis boost on Gouging for it to be a good Mon.
Also, obviously, Moltres kind of screws itself over with whenever it does have Drought, because you can't run Hurricane anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid team though, for sure. Definitely tough for your poison and fighting matchups for them.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's why I think like
definitely.
Poison and Rock are gonna make it.
Well, no, I think you got enough for poison, but it'll depend. I mean, we'll see how they play it. It's definitely like we talked about, it's more balanced, more offensive pressure one. We'll see how that one goes. I think that'll be a fun matchup to watch for this group.
I might make it, but I think I get like chip damaged by poison
It's very possible.
The whole fight. So something would have to get out of hand on my team for me to make it, I think.
Okay, before we get into completely talking about who's gonna make it through, let's go ahead and over the next two talk about the fighting team for Boy Legend. That Pawmon though.
Thank you. Contrarian for an ape is very funny.
Yeah, that can be fun.
Funny. The only problem is that it doesn't get superpower, so it only has overheat to exploit it. But overheat is still very good.
Double bubble as well. Water bubble jet punch is cool.
Yeah, double water bubble.
It was. If Boy hadn't forgotten about water absorb on all fights, that would have fucked me up. It was definitely the hardest part to prep against.
This is solid team.
The Scrafty is also gonna like put in a lot of work.
But again, like the other fighting team, there is a Lucario on there, and I just don't see it.
Yeah, it's
not
definitely
big on it, especially because this one doesn't have Tekken Cutter. Sorry, Pointman.
Yeah, so it's almost dedicated to physical, which means you have very low special attacker count. It's literally Valiant, and that's it.
Yeah, no, it's Valiant and Infernape if you run it that way. Yeah. But it's definitely very weak on the special side though, for sure. But again, it is a fighting team. That's where you're gonna get most of.
And Scrafty is gonna put in a lot of work though, I think.
All right, going over to Ditto with the Rock team.
A nightmare.
A nightmare. I love the fact that we get to see a Kabutops in this.
You should be honest.
It's a really good Rock team, I think.
Do you lose on preview to that boulder?
I lose on preview to anything on that team.
The whole team.
Every single mon.
The whole team.
Let's just be honest right now.
He brings one. He brings one mon, and it doesn't matter what it is. He's gonna sweep.
And I don't think I could have done. I don't think there's much I could have done. Like my only other option was like Tauros Paldea. The Tauros Paldea Fire might have been my only option.
I'm gonna check the dog. I want to see if they could do something really funny.
Yeah, Iron Boulder definitely the one thing that you really have nothing for.
I wish it had a ground immunity. I'll say
it does.
Deontay.
Yeah, levitate.
Oh yeah, levitate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shogun
doesn't have to mega. Doesn't have to mega.
Definitely doesn't.
And also, it can just mega out of nowhere and say, oops, and suddenly, what? Like,
that is
60
really
points
strong.
faster.
Just bring it.
I'm thinking of Gen 7 OU, but that solves the leading against Lando bullshit.
Oh.
So who do we got here?
Ditto will be first, and someone will be second, I don't know.
I'll say Rock and Poison.
I'd say Rock and Fire. I think Yuta has enough gas in the tank to make it out.
I'll try, but I'm not.
Honestly, all you have to do is beat Poison, right? For 2.
Look at the Poison team. Do you think that's easy?
I think it's doable.
It's
Averaging by itself. Cook.
I'm gonna try.
I see Golbat and Weezing Galar. Actually, Weezing Galar is a fucking problem.
I think we could absolutely see a 3-man tie for 2. I think Poison has a really rough matchup in this group.
I mean, 3-1 tie means Ditto needs to win all 3 matches, and like fighting is right there, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Now.
I think this might be one of the most balanced overall groupings. You guys all have a weakness somewhere.
No, Poison doesn't.
Does
no, not really.
Good into fighting.
Does he care that?
Yeah, huh?
It doesn't have a weakness.
Sorry, pardon what you said?
I was gonna say, does he care too much that fightings right there because Boulder kills everything that isn't Scrafty, and then
With
he has a
Zen?
Diancie.
Or-
With Zen, yeah. With Zen and CC.
True. I mean, yeah, actually that's kind of true.
I'll say right now,
also,
we
like,
know Ditto is
It's something
a
that's
strong
most
player.
right? And also, Bullet Punch Lucario's technician boosted.
Yeah, true. That probably
And his
outgoes
Jet Punch and stuff,
Boulder.
like stuff like that.
I wish there
Jet
had
Punch
been
on
a
grab.
Dactyl once again. Or a Dactyl
Grapple is actually a
been
heat
really
pick for like
cool.
what 40. Grapple putting in work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not bad for the price. But
No,
yeah,
no,
I mean,
definitely.
this is tough. I think this is definitely one where I really don't feel confident in my top two.
Ditto will be top 2 because
I think
gonna
Ditto
pull
will
some
be.
random bullshit out of his ass.
I'm sure Ditto
Special
will make
Boulder's
top
gonna sweep or
two.
something.
But,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I,
Meteor Beam Boulder with some Psychic and a Focus
Wait,
Blast.
low key, I would not be surprised.
If Ditto doesn't join, I'm positive he's gonna be first place.
It is Ditto.
Ditto's not
If there's
big,
one
man.
thing that
Oh,
plays
Ditto
Discord
will
is
join.
I will
Ditto
mass ping
Right.
Ditto in every server we're in.
I was
In
gonna
that
say,
case, I will make it out.
we might need to
I know
change.
several leagues where Ditto's joining is so infamous. They have a Ditto clause where he actually is just skipped during normal drafting and drafts the rest all of his Pokemon at once the second Grace starts.
We might need to add a nickname to him within the server then.
No, we don't. Ditto's
All right, but
iconic.
yeah. So Ditto, I definitely do think he will, but I think he'll be between Utah and Boy Legend for second here. But
No,
it could
I
be.
think it's gonna be Poison or Fire.
Poison's a
it
good.
could be.
Poison's a good team.
Yeah, I mean,
Poison's an
it's
amazing
tough.
team.
Like I said, I'm not trying to downplay any of these teams. I think this is a really good overall group.
Wait, genuine question. Who? Oh, is the order they're on this page is also the order they are on the tournaments page, right?
I'm not sure.
I'm
Might
not
be.
sure.
I'm not. What do you mean?
Yeah,
can click
could
up.
you check the tournaments page?
Yeah, right here.
Just to check.
What do you mean?
What are you
Yeah,
looking for?
What div is
Turn
this that we were looking at? Was it
Wait, what's
Lele,
turn?
right?
It was Fini we were
Yeah,
looking
no.
at. Or no, it was Lele.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Lele. Oh yeah, these
Lele,
are
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, because for in the event that some two teams are tied, both in different both in number of wins and differential, the tiebreaker is just that
first
order
person.
up there. Yeah.
We're gonna just have them have like a what?
Well, yeah,
Not
we'll
1v1 because
we'll have something separate.
I think
We'll
it's gonna have to be.
We'll have something.
It's
Well,
either-
we may have to have something.
yeah, we'll have something.
I feel like
for
We
it.
send them into a Rambats battle. Both
Yeah,
three
this
Rambats.
team. Because I feel like this division very easily could have.
It could.
Could have.
I mean, this tie is
ties.
really rare though. If you think about it.
Div ties are rare, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's unprecedented.
We'll
Especially
s-
because you're only playing 3 games. Your diff can't get
Yeah,
that.
I mean, we have 8 chances for
Far
it
in
to
either
happen.
direction.
So
8 chances for it to happen, and for 2 people to be tied, say with
Yeah.
2 wins and 1 loss, their
Actually,
diff,
what?
the potential ranges of diffs they have aren't that wide.
Mhm.
So it's not unfeasible in 8 different diffs that it might happen once.
2 wins, 1 loss. That's what.
no, it's
that
something.
range is
It's
different.
something that we'll be looking to tackle when it happens. I think.
I mean, that's range between like -15 and minus
That's-
11 and 4. That's still like 16 different diffs they can have.
Let's look at Fini.
Yep. Let's move
And
over to
finish
Fini.
that.
I think we're one team or
Last
something.
last grouping, we've got 9 coming in with water. Got the TheTerrarian coming in with normal. I love seeing the Ditto there. We got snow with ice, fitting, and Honch with flying, also fitting. Wow, this team they knew what they wanted.
I'll just say, if we let 9 have Toxapex, we have to add a clause
Yeah.
that's like 9 cannot pick Toxapex.
Gonna have a 9 clause.
We cannot let him have Toxapex a
Okay.
4th time. We've let him do that 3 times.
Back to back to back.
It's also it's interesting. There's only 1 Swift Swimmer on water, and he also has a Slowking which will be constantly overwriting Pelipper's Rain.
Not get teleport in Natex.
It does. That's a good point.
Slowking is going to what? I didn't...
Yeah, what?
Chili reception.
It'd be overwriting the Rain with Chili Reception, but I'm
Oh, yeah,
forgetting.
it's
it has
not gonna
teleport
want to
Yeah.
use Chili Reception.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense. Nice team. I like it. He's again doing the funny Volturn Majiki. Which is like,
I'm
I don't
intrigued
know.
by Wishy Washy, but I think it just gets kind of outclassed by Sharpedo most of the time.
It's
It's
got
bulkier than Sharpedo though.
with the parental bond.
Mm.
Every fucking
I
game
wish
is
I
gonna
was a
be
Lantern.
9 finds a pivot move, sneaks Sharpedo in somehow, gets 1 turn, and then starts clicking Vicious Rend and Rain, wins.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
if
every
Wish
single
you-
game.
Oh my
if Wishy
god,
Washy
yeah.
uses a
That would
if
be
it,
Vicious
just
Random Rain.
if that tries to pivot with parental bond, it actually pivots itself straight back in.
we
The,
actually.
the second you turn it, no.
Oh, yeah, the
That
whole
I don't know
team
if that's
can
what we
that
did.
would be awesome.
Oh, I was telling
I
you
just
dead
got the
ass for a second. I was like, oh my god. It's funny as
the
hell.
whole team can pivot, and that's
Wait, no.
terrifying.
That'll be funny as hell if I got like a Regenerator or something. Actually, no, that wouldn't work.
No.
Damn. I was supposed to.
Another boom burst on the
This team is
Primarina
a
though.
nightmare.
Thing is, this one actually is good because like it wants to nuke.
Mm.
Can actually run
Wants to
specs
nuke,
instead.
But also, you can make the counterpoint of everything's
Indeed.
expecting what everything's being built to deal with water stab given against water
That's also
the
true, I
water team
suppose.
versus fairy where you're having to manage other things.
That's fair, but also like there's also the thing where it's like running
It also just is in range.
overloading.
So
But also just like overloaded, you know.
All right.
There's only one grass type or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Terra's team.
Yep, going to Terrarian. Got another normal team with
Normal's a
Meloetta.
fucking robbery with Ditto, P2, and Chansey. Not even eating buffs. That's an absolute robbery.
You know what?
Yeah,
And
I
Zoroark.
do like this team a lot. I do prefer this team
Grandpa-
over the other normal type team.
Yeah, I do
Grandpa
too.
was not drafted to normal, so fraud.
No. No, Grandpa's drafted to the other one, I think.
Was he?
Grandpa was
Low
drafted
key.
on
I don't think
Dragon.
yeah.
Oh, Grandpa is actually fire because Cloud9 beats the Rain. If only, if only.
Low-key, not Pirouette Meloetta might have been better, but like it's really good. Like I understand the hype of wanting to play Pirouette Meloetta. Normal type, I think, like with Torch Song and Punk Rock and all that, like normal
I think
normal psychic
Scrappy's
Meloetta is great.
Great, though.
Oh yeah, it is
Scrappy's
really
very
good.
Victory Dance Scrappy is
And
also amazing,
Stinger.
and it's your best thing. You have to deal with
Steel.
Ghost.
Rock. Actually, no.
Yeah, all
Sorry.
three of those. All three of those.
Yeah,
Prankster's
I mean,
Snuggle
it's
is
like
also
mini
a good like
Lopunny, I
toolbox.
guess. It's like Mega Lopunny, but like cheaper and like arguably better if you consider item.
Yeah, yeah, I'd agree with that.
Mm.
It also, because Pirouette sometimes runs Assault Vest, so it could also do that if it's not wanting to do Victory Dance. It can.
And also manual relics on.
Okay.
Yeah, can it put it? It can put itself back to
Because it's
being
faster now. Exactly.
Oh.
Like if you're against like psychic or something, manual song.
I take it.
that
I
is
take it.
like
Relic
better.
Song's not doesn't fall under the sleep ban, does it?
I
It
don't
doesn't.
believe
I
so.
mean, we
No, it doesn't.
we unbanned sleep, right?
If he's have,
Sleep
there's a
moves are-
prankster Smeargle there.
Sleep moves are.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a prankster's miracle which is gonna commit more crimes. This is why I'm hoping he doesn't make it have rules, because I do not want to ever see that miracle.
Let us,
Yeah.
let us
It
look
does
at the
have a lot of
tournament page.
utility, like
Tapu Fini versus who in first in tournament? Let's see if you can click the tournament tab.
Oh.
So let's
Okay.
see who it immediately faces in bracket.
Chansey, Zoroark, Ditto. You do have a lot of
Faces-
Smeargle. You do have a
They'd
lot
be
of
facing-
utility.
Fini and
They'd be
Bulu. Yeah,
facing-
we're both.
One from
Yeah,
Koko
winner-
and one from Lele.
We just hope Terra gets
They're,
number
yeah, they're
one, so
facing
it's on opposite
the
sides.
winner of Lele and the second place in Koko.
Wait, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
Or yeah,
Oh,
second.
Fini, I can't
Yep.
read.
Yep.
Oh, we're not against them. Yeah, this is the greatest,
we're not.
greatest bracket of all time. This is the greatest bracket of all time.
I'm just hoping I don't get to see the prankster's miracle, because that is Amon. Yeah, that's it.
Th-
That
It
is
just-
a
it
mono
can just
hole.
do anything.
More fun.
It's something that doesn't
Name
need to
something, it
exist.
does it.
Yeah.
You were running mono dark. Shut the fuck up.
True.
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 True. Actually, give me that mon.
Yeah.
that mod.
It's fucking stressing. And then you have fucking mono dark.
Also, we've not really covered it, but Terrapagus with Shell Smash is also crazy because
It is
you
insane.
effectively
insane.
just can't. You just can't be OHKO'd
It's the multi-skill.
minus like Mold Breaker or something.
Yeah.
And you're
Well,
I don't think
guaranteed
Mold
to.
Breaker works. I actually don't think
Shell-
Mold Breaker works. Correct me if I'm
No,
wrong.
Null Breaker does work, but
Oh,
my
okay.
problem
I need Alazen.
my
to
problem
be
with
here.
High Point Shell Smash mod is that Shell Smash is just so easy to prep for.
Yeah, but
Slap a mirror.
but Terrapagos makes
That
it.
happened.
He
That
makes it a
happened,
lot
but Snow's not
stronger.
cooked anyways, 'cause the
Okay,
Ditto
but
is right there.
if they mirror
Ditto
it,
is
yeah,
right
they
there.
just have Ditto.
I'm sorry, Snow, but no through that game.
This
All
one
right.
does have Ditto in the back.
Yeah.
I-
Ditto can.
Di-
Yeah.
Ditto is my single least favorite Pokemon in draft. I feel like it's just so unfun to play
I
against.
pick
to
them
like prep
all.
against. Because you just can't do anything. It just stops you doing any fun, goofy setup ones. Because it's like, oh, teehee, I have all your boosts now, and I'm at an extra +1 in speed.
That's why
Also,
I
also go fuck yourself.
I almost always draft him between like the 7th and 9th round for that reason.
7th and 9th?
I think it's a huge aura loss having Ditto.
That's fair. But also, it's like, how many
It's
points?
objectively a
80
good
points?
Pokemon, especially
For 80 points.
No, it's
especially in
objectively
things
a
where it's
bad
quite cheap.
mod.
But like it's,
Yeah.
I don't respect it personally.
I'll
enough.
I'll
How's
take
it
that
say?
mantle. He's in my profile picture. I respect the Ditto.
Also, it beats Stall, though. So isn't that a dub? It beats Stall.
Yeah.
I still.
No, the biggest L on this normal team is that he didn't take Z transform on Ditto.
What's
True.
the
Z transform would have gone hard. I put that buff there for a reason, because it would have gone hard. I forgot what it does, but it would have went crazy. I think it's heal to max or something. Or yeah, +1 or something. One of the two.
Z
Yeah.
transform. Oh no, sorry. I typed Z transform and that's brought up maths. I'll get that off my screen.
Speaking
Just
of
restore. Yeah,
high-
restores to full HP.
Yeah, it would have been goaded. If only 48 speed could have done something.
In math.
All right, moving
kind of
on.
like hype and
If you
aura.
haven't run Scavs Z transform, this might be the worst buff of all time.
All right,
Fine,
nice.
though.
Yep, moving on to the
Ice
snowy
Bomb.
ice team.
I love this team. If only it could actually do something.
I didn't get to do a fair amount of things.
Got the Ninetales
Snow running
Alolan with the
mons. It might be Jove.
Slush Rush Mamoswine
Might be Jove.
and Snow Warning
I'm
on
looking
Craggle.
no, right?
Yeah.
Ninetales Alola can just run Sheer Force and do funny Blizzard stuff.
Yeah,
Just wish
honest
it had any. Oh no, it had Rapid Spin. Yeah, but it's Cryogonal.
with this
I don't like
team,
Cryogonal.
like I don't.
Cryogonal is a pretty alright mon, and there's also
That's good.
Default
Snow.
on
The
Rotom.
buff of
Tell yourself,
the
Bob.
buff of Snow is really good.
Is having sheer force worth on Alola Ninetales here?
With two.
Well, you still
two
have Snow
other
Warning
warnings
on
on
Craggle.
2 other mons.
Yeah, you have. What are the other? What's the other one?
Auroras.
Auroras.
Oh,
Auroras?
okay. Fair enough.
So like, it's not like you have
Yeah.
what 1, 2. No, just
Yeah.
the 2. Okay.
If he,
I was like, there might be one more.
yeah, I didn't know Aurora's. I don't know his abilities very well, so I didn't know he had it.
That's fun. Wait, how much is Arc Result? Because I'm surprised I don't see on this team.
Like going Shell Smash, Lapras,
Yeah.
and Geomancy
Also-
Auroras is
Miracle.
It's-
Let's go.
He's
not
80.
80 points.
But also,
80.
not
How
seeing a
come?
Shenpa, not seeing a Shenpa on this team is surprising.
Nothing for a while.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Ice without Shenpao is
that is
disappointing.
Oh,
big.
true. No power. It's so
Well, honestly,
sad.
ditch like what the Rotom and potentially Auroras for Shenpao, or like the Baxcalibur,
I mean,
because they do
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
Baxcalibur is similar stuff.
80 Bax is good though. You know,
Like
especially in the
Shenpao is
draft.
better than Domanitan.
I don't think so. How fast is that?
Slower
Domanitan
than
think
deals
Domanitan
with steel
is just-
types better.
yeah.
Oh,
How
that's
fast
true.
is Darn as well?
Darmanitan's 135, it's as fast as
Oh,
Shenpa.
it's this
Oh,
there.
oh,
Okay.
damn.
I was wrong.
And it's what
I- I-
160, which I think is
Half
roughly is the same. Is roughly
No,
the
I
same as
think-
what Shenpao works out as post
33.
Start of Rain.
I think it's a little bit more, but I think you're close enough on that. How much is chi?
Yeah, but
Ninety?
it's not a 33%, it's a 25%.
It is a 33%. It's the same as adaptability. Like offense wise. Same as adaptability.
Yeah, it
I'm
works
an AAA
differently.
Glazer right now. Yeah. I'm an AAA Glazer. Because you're getting rid of their defense, you're not boosting your attack.
True. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Interesting ice team for
That
sure.
brings us to fly.
Yep, over to
Maybe we just need to
Haunch
give
with
backstabber
flying.
burst or whatever.
Mm. I don't know if we gotta do that.
I don't know.
All right,
I just make Zolto over Rotom.
So on
That's-
I think that's
onto the flying.
My only thing.
I think that flying team might have been the priciest type.
Was it?
Yeah,
think
also
it was
460.
Oh,
460.
460 for yeah,
How
no,
much
yeah.
is it?
Crazy.
It's insane.
The thing is, it's
Yeah.
not even Dragonite, because Dragon was like left free, right? Until the very
Yeah.
end. So it's not like he wanted Dragonite or anything. And he
It's the
wanted to use
sheer
Magnet.
aura of the flying type,
He
I
just
think.
wanted flying. I don't think he realized how expensive it was because I know this guy and I don't think he
No.
realized.
No, he just thought flying was the only option he could do against Bug, otherwise he just loses on preview. I know, it's fine. We're just that intimidated.
Got intimidated by bugs. All right, so who do we
Quite a
think?
lot of overlap between
here?
the flyings.
Yeah, quite a bit.
As well.
Yeah.
So D-Knight, Lando.
Mantine, Jug.
Skarmory,
Storm.
The difference is what-
Mantine.
Kilo Zatu jump. Jump plus for
Yeah.
like 25 is actually pretty sick. No, is that just me?
And the difference in the buffs is that he brought the full Mantine suit, and also U-turn on Skarm.
All right, so who do we
Yeah,
think?
considering
here?
the considering the 460, I think the flying team did a great job. Like it's
Yeah.
fairly
Yeah,
decent
for that
for so
price.
little budget.
I
Oblivion
helped
Link
him
is just
with the
ridiculous.
team, and it was very hard working with such little budget, but we made it work. I think this does
Yeah,
look
it's a
pretty
bit
good.
sad that he's against ice, but apart from
Yeah.
that, he not his chances.
I don't think there's much you can do. I swear Rotom switch.
I think this could
To be
be.
fair, he has pretty okay matchups with Yagi.
They're all right, but I feel like
Honestly, yeah.
overall water. I don't know. I'm leaning water and normal, but I think
Yeah,
this.
same.
I think this group's gonna come down to the
Lying
players.
normal?
I think it's gonna just.
Water
yeah.
normal.
It's gonna sweep.
I just don't want the prankster Smeargle to get out of pools, so I'm saying water flying.
Look his
I'm-
mouth
I'm
around.
saying water flying because I hate on that Smeargle.
What's a Smeargle gonna do?
It's gonna
Thanks
prankster
for
for
spikes.
you.
Okay, to me,
Mono
to
guard.
me nothing. To me nothing, but to other people, atrocity.
Prankster spikes and
It's gonna trick
Prankster
something
Evolve.
else is gonna trick you a ring target, and then you'll get prankster support.
That still doesn't work.
I
Does
don't
it
think
not?
it works. I think it's only
That's
only
cringe.
damaging move immunities.
Yeah, it's only
And it's only
damaging.
type
with it.
immunity. It's only type immunity as well. Not ability. So sad.
All right. So, do we want to make any guesses on who's gonna make it to the end for each side?
Obviously me. Obviously me. I think.
Honestly, I think Boniour actually has a sick chance of making it to the end.
Dude,
I-
I'm a
I- yeah.
professional choker.
I think he
I'm
definitely.
gonna go
choke someone.
0. I'm gonna go 0-3 in pool somehow.
For Tapu, I
I
could
wouldn't
definitely
be-
see you getting far.
I wouldn't be surprised if either poison type makes it to the end.
I don't like this side's poison team.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I-
Just didn't have enough budget.
I
I don't
can't.
know.
Can't we were saying it? I think Necrozma's bug team's going to make it to finals.
Their bug
Let's
team.
go. Let's go.
Which is crazy, given how much we were dogging on bug type before
Let's
before this
go.
started.
I'm
Yeah,
Because
very
no,
sorry.
I think it'll either be that or flying for Necrozma. I
Yeah,
think.
that
There's
was
be an
a few things to
advertisement
say
to
about
help
the
come to
bug
me
type.
for team building.
I
Uta was hating on bug before we started. Like, I don't know how
We
to make
all
bug
were.
work. I think it's bad.
no special attackers. I'm like, okay.
my only fear, unless Fatty Spins matches up against the wrong person, I think he's gonna make it to the end for Necrozma.
You think he's gonna be the? I think he loses.
No
to
Slither wing
Remek.
switching, bro.
I think it all comes down to who he matches up against. Unless he gets the
True,
worst matchup he can get, I think he's
What's
gonna
that?
win.
Dusk main. Because the worst matchup he could get would obviously be me with Dart. No,
Ground, yeah.
Of course.
Does Dusk main doesn't it?
We don't have a single
Yeah,
ground.
it doesn't. Dusk main doesn't
Is
have
it
a
basic?
matchup into Prism until finals
It's semifinals, yeah.
or so. So no
Semis.
immediate thing.
I mean, do
Yeah.
you think you're making it into semis? Where are you?
Who, me?
You're against honestly? I think he'd be able to make it to semis, right?
Who? Him?
LPT, yeah.
LPT.
Just looking at
yeah.
it.
Whether I come
against?
out so let's say I come out second because I don't think I'm.
Okay.
I think
Oh, you're
Sharpy's
against
will
Alazen.
first.
Sorry, I don't think you're not beating Alazen. I'm sorry. Because it's grass versus ground.
You'll fight
Well, that's if
the.
Alazen stays first in their
Yeah.
division.
You'll
he
either
will,
fight the
he will.
winner of Dawnwing,
Trust.
or you are against the loser or the second place in Ultra.
Second place in Ultra is who? Do you think? Like Remek, maybe? That's the water team, if I recall correctly.
It's the bug, water, normal, ice. Yeah.
Probably like water, normal. Like just a lot of toss up.
I do think he takes first
I
or
mean,
second.
you might not make it.
But,
You might not make it if it's water or ice, though. Because I don't think it's gonna be the bug. I think the bug might actually get like a clear #1.
I think it could be a toss-up one in this one.
This is the time. Bug wins World Cup. Might be crazy.
I'm so excited.
One of our candidates Bug get to finals.
I'm so excited to see which types make it and which types don't. I really am. I'm excited about this.
Bug Rock finals. We're looking for Bug
If
Rock
we get a
finals.
bug finals, that would be insane.
Bug finals would go crazy. I don't think the Tapu bug is making it to finals, but
Who
Bug
has more
Rock?
stacks for Slitherwing?
Oh no, Bug Rock goes insane.
Bug
I've
Rock
been
goes
shit
insane, but
talking
Bug
Rock
wins somehow.
constantly. I've been shit talking Rock constantly. If Rock wins, it's over for my career.
Wait, no. Bug Rock finals. Bug wins because Ditto John's cinema.
oh, peak
Peak.
storytelling. Survivor wishes. You could match